Are we live? Are we there? Mallery can't hang but saying what's up. What's up, man? Alright, see. Check my stream, make sure we're good. Nice. Cool, and we have audio. Alright. Okay. What's up? Henry, One Moon, Marco, Stevie, show me Bill, Angelo, Goondocks, Maddie, howdy. Nathan, what's up, dude? Donnie, Laser Ghost Knives. Alright, what's up, everybody? Buongiorno. Buongiorno, excuse me. All right. What's up, everybody? How's y'all's day going? Falcons got a field goal, so it was 27-24. But, you know, it is Stafford out there. So who knows what's going to happen. Arrivederci. Arrivederci. Alright, let me get a chair real quick. All right. So everybody was doing their their recap 2025 knife of the year, all that good stuff. Unfortunately for me, all the knives I bought from 2025, I sold. So this is the only knife. It's not a production, full custom. And this is my 2025 knife of the year. Which it is the Kendall Hughes Sinister model in Damasteel pivot collars, or pivots, pocket clip and full length back spacer. And these are dovetailed pivots, so it's magic. And then, if I have it in here, which I did, I must be upstairs. But anyways, it came with a Damasteel proprietary tool. So yeah. Why does this look really gross? That looks normal. Okay, there we go. Let me recenter my focus. Okay, there we go. Howdy, my knife journey. What's up, man? Yeah, this is a 62 or 61 HRC on the Damasteel. I think it's 62 because Kendall told me. So other than that, I did sell all the production knives I bought this year. Um, Probably because of the pocket clip. That's like the main reason I sell things. Take a shot every time Dylan plays. Yeah, dude, no kidding. How are you feeling heading into Sunday? Dude, I'm excited. Um I'm super anxious, of course. Yay, Falcons won, baby. Um Super anxious. You know, it's uh it's out of my hands now. It's up to the community, and that's exciting and also very, you know, anxious as well. But I have high hopes for this. I had high hopes for the Spectra, but I think it was just poor timing, and I think it was just so simple, you know. Uh, there's nothing wrong with that, but Ryan, howdy, bro. Oh, ground fog, howdy. Sorry I missed you, dude. Yeah, just a plain tie. It's a nice model, but it just was not meant to be. So putting that in the past, like I've been saying, and then going into the Spectra. I tried to take this one apart so that I could, because this one has a super weak detent. I mean, it's not crazy weak, but it's, you know, definitely not the strongest. And I couldn't break the thread locks on this one. Or, well, the thread locker, I guess. Because I don't like this blade finish. Voila. But, I mean, this knife is, I will say, it's super nice. Not that one. Go with a Forest Hank to clean this off. It does glow, but I have yet to prove it. So yeah, it's just so cool. Have I ever had to drill out a pivot? No, luckily I have not. Usually these pivots are actually very small. And it's kind of the opposite with this one. I've had to thread lock this one a few times. But well, because I take it apart. But you can see it's not a lot of threads. It's just that initial break. So on a few of I think it was my Forest model, I've had to boil them. But now that it's, winter, I think I could probably just throw them outside. Make them cold, that way the screws shrink a little bit versus trying to, I don't know. I think it's just white thread locker. I'm not too sure. Spectra is dope, but I think the H2O is going to appeal to more folks. Yeah. Am I too loud? I hope I'm not too loud. I think so as well. I think with everything that I have to offer, it's going to be nice. Like, especially because it's a bolster lock as well, so lefties they don't have to worry about lock, the lock bar pressure. Same thing with bigger hands because it's a thinner knife. Uh, bigger hands usually, I think, in my opinion, obviously I don't have big hands, so I don't know, but they tend to squeeze the locks sometimes. And also, more inexperienced people. And it has to do with the pocket clip placement as well. Sometimes that throws people off. I've been trying to use purple weaker thread locker to make removal or adjustments easier. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different ones. Like I use this one. It's medium strength, but it's just blue. And I like it. It works for me, but like you can see it just gets kind of everywhere. So, but I do like it. I mean, it does work. So here's the Hadros. We all know. Here is the H2O. And it's really hard to tell. It's so subtle, but it is a little bit longer of a blade. That's sharp. I don't have a production Hadros down here. They're all upstairs. And this cat's shadow is terrible. All right. Can y'all see that? Is that good? So yeah, the handles are almost exactly the same. If anything, this one is longer because it's got more of a point to the end. But it should be about 4 1/4 as well. But the blade is definitely different. 3 1/2 and 3.3. Maddie, the hot dog man, he gets his wieners wherever he can. The purple is supposed to be even lighter than the blue, less prone to gunking up. Yeah. Blue glue stick. Yeah, see, Zach uses the glue stick as well. I think that would be probably better. They have a purple glue stick. Oh, nice. I never use anything other than Loctite chapstick. Ah, there we go. H2O is the sexiest knife I've seen in a while. I appreciate that, bro. I'm really so it's gonna be kind of like whatever, but I hate that I'm gonna do this, but I'm going to keep one of the DLC and one of this standard, and then like I want to keep one of each iteration just so I have them. And that's hard to do because on the plus side, I don't have prototypes to sell people. A lot of people like to buy prototypes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I personally don't like selling my prototypes. That's just a me thing. I have sold them in the past, especially if I have a few. Like the forest, I usually get 4 of each prototype, so I'm okay selling 2, and then I like to keep 2. I keep one for pictures as like a safe queen, and then one for myself that I like to use personally. And so that's how I like to think of it. So I have 2. And then but for this, I want to be so selfish and just like cuz there's the Timascus option, there's the full kit option. They're not options, they're add-ons. There's the natural G10, which I'd be okay swapping out with the carbon fiber, but and it's like, oh, well, you could just change the scale, but I don't want to keep changing scales. I want to have, you know what I mean? So, who knows? Hello, Gina. Howdy. Nathan was in here earlier. I should have said something to him when he was in here, or but his knives are looking pretty good. I've been looking at them, and today and yesterday, kind of stalking his page a little bit. But yeah, but I like this one. It's a little more exaggerated, and this curve is the same, but these seem to be a bit more exaggerated. It could just be the chamfers. Oh, there he is. Oh, I'm on television. I made it. Uh, so yeah, but yeah, I went on a total tangent. I wanted to change these out because this one has a stiff detent with the bead blast. So I wanted to at least blade swap them. So maybe they would be, in the middle, but it could just be the interface, or it could be lock bar tension. Uh but dudes, I won't say that I went out this weekend, right? And I was showing people my knife. And we talked about this uh on uh on the stream. I don't know why I'm forgetting, but anyways, on the stream. And said faction. I, I had it and then I totally blanked. Anyways, we were talking about it. People want to press the lock faces, and every person I handed the knife to was squeezing the bejesus out of this thing. I'm like, treat it, because they had knives, mind you. They had knives, and I'm like, it's like a normal frame lock, a normal liner lock, and they're sitting there cranking it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm not kidding. Like, I know, I'm sorry, Maddie. I had it in my head and I'm like, I think that's wrong, but I'm sorry. I still have issues, you know what I mean? But, I mean, look at that. That's like 50% now. Unacceptable. But I mean, they were just like, so, I mean, there's no up and down, but man, that, that hurt my heart. Yeah, see, and the thing about this pivot being so small is it backs out. So I'm gonna leave that one alone for now. But dude, I mean that I was like, treat it like a normal liner lock, and they're just so. Anyways, well, like like they had Kershaw's on them or whatever knife, and I'm like, it's a normal frame lock, like the knife that you have, and they're just wrenching it. It's like, okay. One Moon, welcome back. So, anyways, it's a Hadros Force mix. Yeah, basically. Well, the thing is, I really love this, style of blade. I really can't get away from this. Plus, it's the way I do my handles. It gives you the best, like, blade to handle ratio, and as well as belly. Yeah. See, that's sweet too. And plus, those are tough frames. Like, you know what I mean? Those are tough frames to overcome as well, or at least some frame locks can be, but those overbuilt ones they can be a little tough on the relief. The relief cuts can be a little thick. Where is a Hadro or a Force I can get? Oh, so I was gonna blade swap. I watched Stevie's video earlier, and Stevie was showing off some of his blade swapped. It's a piece of tape. You can tell I use my stuff. And, well, if you center it in the frame, that'd be lovely, mate. Uh, I like how it's a bolster frame lock. It was less prone to dumb fingers. Yeah. So we are extending, or we are extending the belly a slight bit, which I don't mind if it's bigger. We can get wider, but the goal is to have it in line with this part of the handle and that part. So that's the goal. Because as of now, you can tell it kind of goes back up. So it's more kind of crescent shaped, where it should be flat up. So that's the big change on this one, is that I still need to talk to them about the pocket clips. Howdy, Fred. Truth. So that's the big change, is the blade width. And then going back to the Stevie thing. So this is one of the S90V forest ones I did like a while back. And I ended up pulling this blade out from my, like, I don't know, cabinet, I don't know, whatever you call it. Dresser? Not dresser. The thing in the kitchen. A hutch. Is that right? But I like how dark this is. So I'm going to put this blade on this frame, because I have another. Oh, here it is. You guys have no idea how easy it is for me to lose my knives. Because this is the prototype handles. These are the production handles. Can you tell the difference? Nice. Not the best. What is that? But anyways, words are hard. Man. You have no idea. I have good days, I have bad days. This one is really nice. It turned out really well. Like, everything lined up pretty good. There's no blade play, there's no lock rock, detent lash, anything like that. Like, this thing just works. And I like the S90V on the V1 frame. The one on the left and the other is on the right. That's right. Do you have an AC Tylos to show the size comparison? Oh, I was like, what's AC? I thought you were talking about like power supplies. I'm like, what's an AC? I had one. This is way bigger. This is 3.25, maybe. I don't have a ruler up here or down here, so yeah, a little over 3-inch blade, a little over 4-inch handle. Muscle memory. Show me butthole. That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, my whatever. I think I need to get a CAT scan or something. My brain is not braining very well recently. But yeah, Ryan had a live the other day and he was showing off some good stuff. Some goodies. Is the opening shape of a design, a signature of yours? No, not so much a signature, more so like a functioning feature. Like it's not a hole cuz you get sued for that. It's not. I don't like the pill-shaped ones because I don't like the symmetry with the blade tapering. Like one thing I don't like the H2Os all that much because you see how it's very high up here. I'd rather it be the same all the way across and then have this taper up. But I'm not having issues with it, and I don't really want to change that because I don't want to change too much stuff that I don't have to. And that's just pure aesthetic thing. And usually if they would have a concern with it, they would say, "Hey, look, like this is too thin for us to mill. We could have potential issues when heat treating." And so either cut the drugs or up the drugs. Well, that's the thing, Fred. I don't do anything. So I don't take medicine. I don't take drugs. Surprisingly, this is just how I am all the time. Uh, but yeah. Matt, the Matt. What's up, man? So yeah, and in the past, on like the older Spectras or the first Spectra, here's one. This is not the one I want to show. This one. All right, you see how thin that is? So this is how I originally designed this one, and then it's way too thin. Like I have small hands, and I can, I can manipulate it, but it's really thin, and it's also obviously it's a front flipper. But when I did the second prototypes, this is how it was intended to be. Like it should have been wider, like this. So it's just more of a, you know, designer thing, I guess, or a functioning thing. Uh, yeah, I don't know. A lot of the stuff I do is based on the on geometry of the knife or of the pivot. Like all my thumb studs are in a certain sweet spot, and then like I don't want to give that away, but there's a certain sweet spot for pivot or for thumb stud placement. So I used to do drugs. I still do drugs, but I used to too. I find it amazing how you have to design something that can actually be produced repetitively with accuracy and around all the possible pitfalls. Yeah, so going back for our toward the forests. For the S35 ones, I did they actually said that this would be too thin to heat treat. And when they did, it actually bent, I think, 3 of the 4 prototypes. They actually warped here. So we ended up lowering it a tiny bit. Now, crazy enough, with the S90V, that was not an issue. Let me get a polished one. Ugh. With the S90V, that didn't seem to be an issue because they didn't say anything about the heat treat problem. But for the S35, it seemed to be an issue. So, of all the ones that I've QC'd, which is 300 V2s now, none of them had warps in that area. So, there are definitely, and especially with milling, there's tolerances that you have to, that you can only push so far with different materials. So you have to know those things. You know, for certain locking mechanisms or not so much milling, like for inlays, unless it's a structural thing. But Yeah, there's only so many, so thin of a tolerance that you can get for certain materials. So yeah, that's stuff, stuff I take into consideration. Not every designer does that. Not every company tells a designer, hey, this isn't going to work. They just change it. It is what it is. Fortunately for me, Artisan's engineer, Sam, he'll message me himself and say, hey, look, dude, this doesn't work. Fix it. And that's how I learn, is he'll message me. He'll circle whatever the issue is and he'll say, this doesn't work. You got to fix that. So, Huntsville, you were in my sister's neighborhood. Can you tell me that sweet spot that you don't want to give away? Just whisper it to me. The sweet spot for thumb studs are point. You know what I mean? The store name was actually named Sisters. Imagine the look on a woman's face when they turned around and saw a hippie gnome and a big beard ogre and an albino electrician standing in his door. Wait, who's the hippie? Albino electrician. Who's the electrician? I'm so confused. Cliff, howdy. Did Jesse sneak in here? Oh, there he is. Hey, Jesse. But see, these are S35. So why did those warp? Anyways, doesn't matter. Oh. Ow, my sternum popped. That's funny. Oh, you're the okay. All right. If you're free, Fred, I'll be out of town and with family this weekend. Matters to a hot dog. Ocean, howdy. Funny how he knows. I didn't say I didn't say, you know what I mean? I didn't say anything. That's I was just curious. So anyways, that's I wanted to blade swap this. This is where this whole tangent went. So yeah. I won't do the blade swap on the live, but because with my luck I'll mess something up. So my production knife of the year, if anybody wants to hear it, was my own knife, because I don't have any knives from this year that are production besides this one. I've bought some knives this year that were from other years. The Para 3, which I need to refinish the blade, so I'll be doing that probably this weekend or when I go work on Josh's knife. Neil, howdy. Ocean, how's the Kickstarter go? I haven't done one. How's the Kickstarter go? So if you notify me on launch, you should, I think you have to put in your email, and then on the day of the launch or the day before, I don't know, I'm not 100%, it'll notify you that the Kickstarter has gone live, and then you can go and pledge for said Kickstarter. You really should have a paraframe in residence. A paraframe. The Gerber? This is in Crewware, by the way. And I didn't realize it was full liners. Hear that lock stick? Didn't realize it was full liners, and I bought these Flytanium scales. And these scales were for inset liners, so I had to sand them down and get rid of all of this all the way around. So that was fun. Did you guys see they're coming out with the PM2 and Rex 121? I did not. I don't really. I personally don't like Spyderco. I just bought this one because I was curious, and it's Rex and it's Crewware. So it's all right. It fits my hands, which is nice. But the full liner thing, I didn't realize it. Like I didn't, because I'm not experienced with Spyderco. I had no idea that that was a thing. So when I bought these, I thought it was just all of them were the same. And it's like, no, you bought the only one in full liners. So that was fun. It turned out decent though. You can tell it's not perfect. Like you can tell there's doesn't fit. It's a little oversized. This isn't, you know, filed down. You can tell this sticks out a little bit because I filed it down too much or sanded it. You had to unmill the inserts. Yeah, so basically this part is the liner, and so for this one it scoops down for whatever reason. And so it basically had this all the way around it going this way. So it covered the whole everything. It covered everything. And I had to sand all that away. And I did. It took me like 2 hours, I think. I did the exact same thing you did, except I ended up keeping them micarta. I have the micarta scale somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm gonna re-acid etch this. I'm gonna sand it and then get rid of this. This is just surface from like coloration from the ferric acid, and I have a new batch of ferric acid, so I'm gonna sand this down, and it's gonna be really nice, and then re-etch it, and it's gonna look even better. It's gonna look more like this if I sand it down and re-etch it. So it'll be really dark, and then I can stonewash it, and it'll be really nice. Only have 2 Spydercos, and the only thing left on them is the pivot. Jeez. Yeah, if I got to reblade it, it'd be like Rec reblade or Brian. Bill Pro X bought Pocket Metals crew card aligners to who I don't know who they are. Crew card aligners to save a project. Same, Fred. I just sent the scale of what? Oh, cool, Ryan. Yeah, dude, if they end up making some, you know, stacked scales, then I definitely buy those because these are nice, but I did screw them up, you know, like trying to sand them. These flat, you lose the material because of the contour, blah 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 blah. Excuses, but it's like why didn't you just make it like every other Spyderco is so dumb. Need to invent a tiny knife-sized media blasting cabinet. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, because all the blasting cabinets are huge. Because I mean, you know, they're for like car parts and whatnot. I don't know if Brian does reblades. I thought he only does regrinds. Transparent Knives does do, or he does do reblade drops. But he could just be busy with his own custom stuff now. Has anyone thought about taking Crewware blade and putting it on regular? You could probably do it. The big thing would just be if the liners, if the lock lines up with the face of the lock. That's the only thing about blade swapping is does this liner fit this lock? That's it. So if you have like multiple liners, then you can just keep swapping them out and see which one fits best or which one will break in best. So yeah, but anyways, I don't carry this thing. This is the first time because I tried to make one of those videos, a full knife collection video. That's like the first time I touched this thing, I think, since I bought it. So now it's been out. So yeah. Other than that, though, like same thing with this one. This is a cool knife, and I only bought it because it was in Peaky Blinders. AKC Slim Lock. That's what it's called. And this is buffalo horn. I mean, Brazilian horn, but it looks like buffalo, which is why I bought it. Pretty sweet knife. This thing's cool. Oh, wait, can we do it? Can we do it? Let's see. I have another cloth next to me. Where's the light? Oh, there it is. There we go. Look at that. So this knife was from 2023. The model itself is from 2021, I want to say. But this one was built in 2025, which is why it's my 2025 knife of the year. Uh, so yeah, so nice. I bought it twice. This thing is really cool if I can get it out of focus. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'll see that. So this is all anodized titanium dust that it got embedded into the carbon fiber. I love this thing so much. This thing is so hard to capture on any kind of like photo unless it's super dark out. But then you can't see like, all the Timascus bits. Gonna single-handedly bring the fully dude. Um so since he's here in the chat, Acromius is the owner, former owner, until he sees me in person. See? Of this beautiful monster. Sheesh. Sheesh. Are we ready for this? Oh, goodness me. Anodized titanium dust. Yeah. Oh yeah, glitter. That's that's right. I didn't think of that. So, I don't know any specs on this thing besides it's a Brian Nadeau Damasteel pocket clip, right? Damasteel backspacer that's just been super deep etched. Oh, you have to zoom out on this thing. It's a behemoth. Like, look, that's nuts. See, this way it doesn't look wild, but if I do like hammer grip, that's insane. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. I think the people that make the carbon fiber, I think they call it like space something, or um what do they call it? Something like that, or like nebula, something along those lines of you know, something like that. Space. Space. I've been stabbing this thing into trees. It's holding up very well. So, good job, Brian. Been hucking it like a throwing knife. Yeah, this thing is, it is gorgeous. Yeah, it's got glitter in it. I honestly have just never have just said that. Like I should just be like, yeah, it's glitter. Don't worry, Brendan. It stays in its home. Get the glitter out for this carbon fiber. What if it is glitter? What if it's just been, you know, what if they just say, hey, that's titanium? Liars. I'd be livid. You know what? I bet it is just glitter. That's very upsetting. Thanks, Gina. It's like Joe Dirt and his little meteor. See that? That's a peanut. You mean a space peanut? Wow. I really don't know now. That's crazy. Jeez. Way to ruin a knife. All right, well, who wants it? I'm just kidding. He told me it was titanium. I would believe it, but you know what? Glitter. I wouldn't even be mad at it. A Boeing bomb. I didn't mean to start a whole yeah, it is. It is pretty much. It's conspiracy theory now. Right, Jesse? It could be. Gotta church it up. Cosmic anodized glitter. Yeah. I'm so upset right now. I'm in the live stream. That's crazy. No, I'm pretty sure the people who made it said it was titanium, and the guy who made it for me said it was titanium. But now you never know. That's a space peanut, dude. You ate off of it. Yeah. See you later, Fred. Thanks for joining, or for at least hanging out for a bit. Happy New Year's, Fred. The glitters. William, howdy. I'm so sorry, no, dude. No, you're fine, Gina. You know, it's okay. Oh, jeez. What if, huh? It's okay. At least I know this is stainless steel. It's fine. I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. Right, guys? So this one's on bearings, right? And it's more of like the user version. And then I was like, oh, let me get this one. So I got this one on washers, but I think I should have got bearings as well. It's nice. I can, I can flick it out. But, washers usually are for the hard user knives because you don't have to worry about getting stuff in the, in the pivot, or in this case would be bearings. And then and then I have a macro camera lens I could throw on here real quick. Should we see if we can do that? Macro. I wonder if I can put... I don't know if my stand will hold this. Let's see. All right. Stand by, chat. We're doing it live. Clicked in. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're too zoomed in. It's not gonna work. We're too close. Yeah, it's a big lens. Alright. Sorry. Sorry, people. We're back. Wait. What happened? Oh, there we go. It's like, oh no. Henry, howdy. Yeah, this is my big boy. This is an adapter, so I mean it's still huge, but this is a vintage Vivitar 70 to 210 mil, and it's made in 77. So I do like this lens. It's cool for if I want to get like crazy bokeh, however you pronounce it, bokeh. But yeah. Then it goes to 22 f-stop, which kind of wild. I try to keep it at 8 or 5. I guess that'd be like 5.6. And then you can get 4.5, but drink water. Howdy. I want to get a 34 millimeter because I have this one, which is just the kit lens. It's a 15 to 45, but I want a prime 35 mil. So guess we'll never know. Drinkerton H2O. The one thing about this knife I wish is that the when I take photos of it, would you focus? Please, dude? Oh, don't tell me we lost our autofocus. We may have lost our autofocus. Ah, we're back. Nice, mate. I wish this would show up better on camera. Oh, I need to Loctite this pivot too. Here's my flashlight I was trying to look up the other day or a week ago. Lumen Top Tool. It's got this little doodad. Nice. 8 shots. Does changing lenses count? I guess so. This is a cool little flashlight though. I like it. I would like to get a better flashlight. But I'm not really that knowledgeable. So I like this one for when I'm out, or if there's like some kind of animal outside and I need to see what it is, or an animal, you know what I mean? I didn't count that. Okay, thanks. Oh, you meant about the autofocus. Yeah, that counts. Oh, hey, the Matt. Brendan's in here. If y'all didn't talk today, or was, um, but the Matt D finished up something for me, and it's on its way, and I'm beyond like excited about getting uh the items back. I will say I'm excited about one of them, but I'm like beyond excited about the other one. Turned out so good. Okay, nice, Matt. We did. Ah, nice. See? Yeah. So this was my knife of the year, my production knife of the year. Not to toot my own horn. And I will say this over the Karis because, I did should have listened to Russell on that one. This is a great knife. It's a nice full flat high grind. It's a great knife. Don't get me wrong. But I think for me, this one ergonomically and style wise, I think it just fits like the bill a little better. I don't know. Aesthetically, this one just looks really great because obviously it's supposed to be a rhino. Like this looks good. And ergonomically for me it's great, but this part I know is gonna be a hot spot for some people. Love my Tamron 70 by 200 2.8. Oh, nice, dude. Tamron. I think Sharif was telling me about a Tamron lens last week, or well, this week. I don't even know what week. A couple days ago, he was telling me about Tamron lenses. He wants to get one, or he recommended me a Tamron 34 mil. Yeah, f2.8 is nice. I have this one, and I like this one a lot. It's a Mech, whatever. It's a 24, and it's a 1.8, which I really love because you get that nice, bokeh. Um, the focusing for me is hit or miss. It looks really good, but if you like pixel it, it's not like super focused. You could definitely tell it's a bit fuzzy. Just get a Leica. And then I have a Canon 50, but my camera is a crop sensor, so it's it changes a little bit. And this one's a 1.8 as well, and I really love this one. But that's why I want to get a 34. So that'll be my next lens and probably my last one. I'll probably just end up buying another camera, just because I want a different style body. I don't like this kind of style, It's nice. I'm used to it, but I want to get something a little bit different. Forgot this. Like Leica, Leicas. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. Leicas. Yeah, this thing is cool. Budget knife of the year, I think. Aluminum handles, contoured, G10 inlay. My own deep carry pocket clip, by the way. RPM 9 steel. Yeah, I don't know the price, but you know, I'm sure it's 50 bucks. 50 bucks. Here's one of the terrible Hadroses I did. This one's got spots like a leopard. Like a leopard. And I don't know what happened. This thing is terrible. This isn't the original liners. They're way overpriced. Ultra expensive rangefinder cameras. You have to get a beanie and corduroys when you get one though. Corduroys are in style, man. The action on these things are just nuts. Later, Neil. Have a good night, man. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. You know, I'm down to answer anything. Well, not anything. Let me rephrase that. Anything knife related. You know, I wonder if since 20 CV is super corrosion like resistant. I wonder if bead blasting is actually fine. So like I wonder if I can actually I should test this one even more so just to see. But I'm really just not a fan of bead blasted stuff. Well, bead blasted blades. He's always got caveats. Oh, Stevie, yes, by the way, yes, it is the a mightier than the sword item. I'm so stoked, dude. The I don't know if Matt showed you, but man, I'm so stoked for it. I mean, that's like it looks incredible, you know what I mean? Cold steels are sweet. Gotta balance it. Why does Maddie crave salty treats and carries a cold steel? Oh, sorry, I missed that part. H Schwartz. Oh yeah, you did say that. I'm sorry, Ocean. No, I don't know where you get that handle material from. He bought it like I guess at one of the blade shows, and it was just like one slab. Because he was telling me, he's like, "Hey, I have enough to make this scaled. You want me to do it?" And then I was like, "Yeah, dude." So that was it. Yeah, you mean the glitter? God, dog, man. Fuck. 6.5 millimeter fisheye. Uh, man, fisheyes. I was watching some what's that dude's name? Uh what's his name? Travis Pastrana. I was I was watching some Travis Pastrana, and they were using fisheye lens on some of their skateboard and stuff, which I know that's like cinematically that's like a proper thing to do, and it's like a cool thing. It's like a '90s thing, right? But that it gave me a headache, man. That fisheye was just too much. I don't know if it was 6.5, but too soon. That was I think it's fine. Sawdust. Yeah, exactly. Gatorade, hello. All y'all get a bath. So no, I don't plan on doing. This is gonna be the standard model. Um, Interchangeable parts sound like a good idea. Would have bought some other options for my tri stash. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like it's easier if I were to do like this variant and then just have the scales as an add-on option versus if I sold each one individually with the scales. Because I don't think I could sell. I mean, mentally speaking, or just from looking at it, it seems like you're getting a better deal if you buy the knife and add the scales versus just getting the knife with the scales. Because then you don't get your standard, like a standard. You have like a pretty version. Whereas if you got like the dress one, which I know most people who are gonna carry it don't care, but like, let's say you wanted to swap out your Timascus for your G10, because you want to hard use it or you're going to go out and whatever the case may be, you can at least know that your Timascus is safe and not going to get scratched. And then you can put them back on for, EDC. But if you know you're going to be out in the yard doing something, throwing it around, or other people might be using it, you don't want them to scratch it up, things like that. I don't know. Like I said, most people I know don't care, but I think it's just the easier sell to do it that way. So for those who, I'm sure everybody knows, but for those who don't know, the options are this being the standard, there's going to be G10, Jade G10, uh, Titanium, DLC Titanium, Timascus, and then Timascus Pocket Clip and Backspacer. Too soon. I wish there was a way to, because there's a delay between the chat and me. I wish there was a way to have no delay, because I don't like this whole delay thing. Yes, the scales can be swapped without a full teardown. I wonder if I can do this while I'm live. Go to Advanced tab, OBS file. Stream. Go to Advanced. Find stream delay. Stream delay. Oh, here we go. I wonder if I could change this midstream. That would be terrible. Watch the chat on another device will reduce it. Well, so the chat's not delayed. The chat is live. My camera's delayed. I'm gonna apply this. This might shut down the stream. Are we good? All right. I wonder if anything happened. Am I still live? Cool. Okay, I'm watching my YouTube, so I'm gonna see how delayed this is. Okay, no, it's still delayed. Enhance. Patina, howdy. All right, let me get off of... Yeah, so, I'm going to change the hardware as well because these are T6s. I don't like that. These are big enough to be T8s, which they should be. So, wow. These are nice. This is nice hardware, by the way. Don't clip that. I dig it. When's the estimated release if all goes well? Hey, yo, Malcolm. Howdy, man. So the thing about this is it's milled in. It's milled in. Let go. Oh. I might have to take the whole thing apart. There's nothing like. So this is, it has, come on. Yeah, man. There we go. It's got pegs on it. And this is like incredible stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't do this. This was the factory's idea. So for them to do that is pretty great. And then the other liner, or a scale, the other scale is even crazier because you have the I'm gonna show that as well. Because you have the frame lock. So they cut out, which they don't have to. I don't know why. But they cut every, I'll just leave that off. A love like ours won't last. Didn't I give you? Oh, that was already loose. Nice. Love that. Look at all that cutouts. Like, that's crazy to me. But you know what? Looks really good. I think, man, you know, the price that this is going to be on Kickstarter is pretty wild. And I'm glad I can do that. But I've already posted in the Kickstarter um like story, if you will. I don't really know what to call it. But the price is going up after the Kickstarter. So it's going to jump up to 250 MSRP. And then I think for retail, I'm going to have it probably around that doesn't sound good. Around probably 225. And then all the add-ons will probably, the G10 will probably stay the same, but the titanium will probably stay the same as well. But the kits, they're not competitive like for the pricing, and it it throws me off because I want to be competitive with the market, and I just can't because if you look at a certain company, um they're doing $300, 20 CV full titanium, whatever, and it's like I can't do that. But then like Timascus kits and all these things like that, they would be more than the knife if I did competitive pricing. So in a way, I'm thankful that the company I'm working with, which is Dream Tech, I'm not trying to hide that. I have that written in the full Kickstarter. I'm just I don't write it out on my post or anything like that. But I'll just I don't hide anything from anybody. So except for the pricing. Well, on the add-ons. So the G10 is going to be $20. The titanium, I think I have it at. See, I don't want to say the price and then be wrong. I think I have it at. Maybe I can pull it up on my phone. Oh, I have messages? Wow. Oh, it's from Kickstarter. What that then? The crazy thing is they just have the ready to launch button. Like, if I accidentally hit that, it's no bueno. All right, here we go, guys. So I can show you, buying the Timascus, don't care. All right. Add-ons. So G10 is, I wonder if I can show you on the computer versus doing this. I'm not sure you guys really care, but do kick starter. Behind. Oh, I don't have my information on here. All right, I don't have my password saved on this computer, so. But anyways, titanium is 70 for the standard. DLC is 80. And then Timascus clip and backspacer is 100. And then the Timascus scales are 125. But I have a bundle. Let me brighten this up. That you can get the whole kit for 185. But I'm thinking about doing a let me know what y'all think, because this will be a thing. I don't know, because I'm thinking about doing a bundle for everything, so that way people who really want to, they can buy all the scales. For obviously it would be cheaper than if you bought if you added each one on there. But I know most people aren't going to do all options. They're going to just want like either the Timascus kit or the scales or the G10 or the titanium. Very few are probably going to want everything. And there's no way to just do like a mix and match, like, and then get X amount off if you do that. Like, I don't really know. But see, if it was all of the, I think I already roughed out the price. I think it would be around like 270 for all of them. Like for all of the, for just the scales. And then on top of the knife, that would be what, like four, um, I can't do quick math. If you went with the base price, yeah, almost 450. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to be wrong. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think I should do the whole? Remind me next time to bring. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Brendan. Yeah, like I don't think a lot of people would want everything. You're fine just picking and choosing. Okay. And I'm still like, I think the titanium should be knocked down. Like those prices haven't been public yet. Like this is the first time I've said those prices here. Um but like I'm honestly thinking about lowering the titanium scales down. Um yeah, I could see that. Well, you could do the DLC with the regular or vice, well, like a tux or a reverse tux if you did DLC with plain tie. But I get it. Um yeah, like I mean it does kind of defeat the purpose of the, but it looks, and you can anodize it later, like if you did plain, you could always anodize. But I get that. Like I honestly think the titanium might be the least popular. So I don't know, but I'm gonna offer it. The company said they would do it, so I'm gonna offer it. Uh, but I'm thinking about dropping the prices down at least maybe like $10. So I don't really know about that time here for me. Thank you, Brendan. I'll let you know if you know what I mean. I'll let you know if about the stuff. I appreciate you stopping by, and your baby's safe, by the way. Don't worry. But take care, bro. Yeah, looking forward to the lunch. You know what I mean? Our lunch. Take care, bro. Uh, I plan to get plain tie so I can do Anno after. Dude, I'll be stoked to see that. Tri-Stash was my first nice knife. Not projected audience here. Skills about it in the near future. Tri-Stash not projected audience here. Scales about it in near future from here. Scales about it. I think I'm missing something on that one, Ocean. Scales about it in the near future? You mean on the Tri-Stash, or I'm also bad data point, to be fair, because I was probably never use it over the time Mascus. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm getting one of each, bro. Like, and I don't care. I don't care if I have to buy it myself. I'll do it. I'll be my own first backer. You know what I mean? I won't do that. I won't rob somebody of that, but you know, I'm just saying if at the end of the thing, if we're, you know, one sell off, I'll be that guy. I'll be like, yeah, I backed my own project. I don't buy expensive knives. Ah, yeah. Well, I'd like to go for full DLC with the Thomas kit. That's honestly, Stevie, that's what I'm going for. Like, I mean, like I said earlier, I'm getting one of each, but the Timascus with the DLC, oh man, that's gonna be the one. But Ocean, yeah, dude, or I'm assuming you're a dude. Could be a lady. Was happily banging a pyrite before Tri-State or Tri-Stash. Patina. Um, so this is 175 base price, and then there's an early bird special pricing, which is on January 4th, Sunday. This will be available in this configuration, but with the Stonewash blade for 150. That's going to be the early bird price. But I get that. Like a lot of people, especially, well, not especially, but some newer people, or maybe just people who are not stover. You know, maybe you're not even into knives that much. You just like how one looks, you know, and that was like the first big one you bought. Sean. All right, cool, dude. Uh yeah, I love the pyrite though. Um Move too fast for my own camera there. See that? Like the flash. I got in pins for that top knife. Oh yeah, dude, send me the I'm so upset with the way they shipped that thing out. It wasn't even, I mean, I don't care. Whoever shipped it out, terrible job. Patina though, the spec that I would want is exactly what Stevie said with the DLC and Timascus. I'd probably go Timascus scales versus the whole kit, or maybe, well, maybe Timascus backspacer, but I'd want a plain tie or the DLC tie clip just to contrast the scale, but definitely backspacer scales DLC. And then here's a pyrite for size comparison, Sean. I think the Parrot and the Pyrite Lights are such underrated knives. I haven't handled the Oh, nice, dude. See, look, sub $50. Uh, I haven't handled the light because I know it's bigger than the standard. I have a standard pyrite as well somewhere. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Oh, I was blending in with my foam kit. So there's a standard. This one's titanium upgraded version. And then there's a Droma. The Droma. A version for 150 sounds designed for someone on a teacher salary in the southwestern region. Smart. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice entry level. Oh, I was thinking you were talking about the QSP Parrot, or I think that's what it is. Yeah, this is gonna be a nice entry level knife on Kickstarter. Um, Another reason why I kind of wanted it in that area, but after the Kickstarter, it's going up. So, because I can't in a normal retail market, it's not going to compete, and it'll make my stuff look cheap, if you will. So, Should I buy a Droma? I mean, I would say yes. That's just me being me. But uh like it's a thinner knife. Like in this section, it's relatively thin, which I know you just handled the Spectra, so I'm pretty sure you still have the, ergos in mind somewhat. Um yeah. Well, it looks pretty good, man. I do think aesthetically it's a really nice knife. Like, oops. This one's detent, it's pretty stiff. So, yeah, I don't know. I like it. These are like 3.3-inch blades, but they look bigger than they are. I like the Droma. That's just me. And I like this champagne, like, anodized. Thanks, Glad Metal Complex TSA shorts consume my life. I did. You know what? I wouldn't even have been mad if you're like, I'm just sending you your pen. I'm like, all right. I don't care. But I'm glad you are sending it back, so thank you. But yeah, dude, I'm so stoked for the pen, to be honest. It looks so good. This is my piano room. The H2O. I like the H2O blade better. Thank you. The cool thing about the Droma is it's canted down. So, like, for normal use, you see how the blade is down. So, when you're cutting, it's going to stay in the cut path a little longer versus something that's like this, because then you could just slide out of whatever material, uh, that you're cutting. Very neat. I really do like this. I spent a lot of time on this particular design, so I really do like it. But it's a 3.3-inch blade, and it should be 4 1/4 handle. So it'll be on the mid to small side for sure. The H2O is very popular in the P&W in Detroit. How'd you find that out? Oh. Ah. I think I have skips in one of these. I don't think it's this one. I do have skips in one of my Spectras, though. Oop, that was me. Ah, is Forrest typing up the H2O behind my back? I don't even know. I mean, I'm gonna toot my own horn, but this is nice. This truly is one of my oldest designs from 2019, late 2018, as is, like this. Not with these internals, but this profile. I learned how to do internal blade stops in 2021. So that was good. What size pivot is on the H2O? I have no idea, Stevie. It's probably a standard. I'm pretty sure it's just a standard. I'll take this one apart since it's already needs to be Loctited. This one has a T10 in it because of the Spyderco. So I'll put the T8 or T6 back in. Oh, get out of here, dude. All right, we'll do it live. It's fine. Have a good one. Your promo vids worked here. Oh shit, Sean, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad my videos are working. That's pretty cool. I've been pumping out the short slate. Well, the short videos on YouTube. Yeah, I think it's a standard. Whoa. I like to see pivots T15s. I mean that would be pretty wild for production standard. I could see T10 potentially. T8 all around would probably just be basics. I don't know. That looks right. Let me know how you feel about the Force Patina. Peeps are gonna want to skiff it. Dude, I have skiffs upstairs, but I know one of these are on skiffs. It may have been the one I sent. Matt, did the Spectra I send you have skiffs on it? Because I know you took it apart. It could be this one. I don't think so. I have so many. Oh, it could be this one. This one was my favorite. Golly. Oh, geez. If only I had something to look in here. Oh, okay. It's not that one. That one's got phosphor. Or nylons, I mean. That's on nylons? That's on nylon. That's on nylons. Alright, this is the only one not on nylons, but I'm pretty sure they're not skiffed. I don't look at the bearings closely. Yeah, like the Spectra was T8s all around. So. Alright, well, they're not skiffs, but I know they are 5mm skiffs. No, those are smaller. Interesting. All right, that'll be something I'll bring up to the factory. 100%. I didn't even check that. I should have. All right, it's a good thing we're doing this now, because at least I can have time to talk to them about it. You know what I mean? But like, hey, I need the standard 5 mil, um, you know, bearings or whatever. I'm also not a Skiff fanboy, so I won't even know. Oof, shots fired. You take that back. All right. Good, good. Whoa. I didn't even know this was happening. Oh, what's up, dude? Yeah, so I think because of the bearing, like the internals, they could mill out a little bit more. I think you can get about 10 thou here because obviously there's no real um stress in this particular area. But the shoulders are a big deal. So I could see that. But if y'all notice, y'all see that the blade is not milled out? Isn't that lovely? Well, I don't really know, but hypothetically speaking, and from what I understand, if you don't mill out your counterbores on your blades, you keep parallel, which means that your pivots and your bearings and everything, it makes the action even smoother. So, see if I can do this and not cut myself. Whoa. I already read that. Be good to find out. Yeah, that's what Brendan was talking about. Uh well, I think he meant actually for this. But if he does bring me the skiffs card, I can at least check I can check these as well and see if he offers them. If not, I could always message him and tell him, "Hey, do you think you could make this size?" Right? Isn't he good at that? I'm sure he wouldn't specifically do it just for me, but you know, if he has like a washer, like a flat washer that's close, I'm sure he would do it. So, Cape Cal Cal Cape Cape Cal. Dude, honestly, guys, I'm so stoked for like this Kickstarter. I hope it does well. Obviously, like, you know, I don't want to get my hopes too high. Um, but I am very excited, and I'm excited that Kickstarter, uh, you know, has allowed this project to be on there because it brings me that much wider of an audience, you know. So I'm very excited about it. I got the Kal-El part. I don't know what you mean by keep Kal-El. I don't know what that part means. I got the reference, but not what you mean specifically. Keep Kal-El. Keep you. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, Matt. I've let you down, mate. How's the stream looking? Is it in 1080p? Oh, Malcolm, I'll check your message here in a minute, mate. Yeah, we're in 1080, baby. That looks pretty good. What kind of pins are those? Because they look pretty neat. I should do a little bit of this. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this. Huh? Huh? Who needs a watermark? That thing's bright. My jokes are bad, just say it. I just missed what the Kal-El part was. Sorry. It's a very nice looking design. If the action is good, it'll probably get a lot of love. I have yet to look into what MSRP is going to be. Well, there's no MSRP yet. Kickstarter price is $175. And then early bird is $150 for the standard. $160 is going to be the early bird price on DLC, and then $185 for standard DLC. But if everything goes well, and after the Kickstarter, the prices will go up for sure. So MSRP after Kickstarter is going to be $250. Because I want to have some for Blade Show. Oh. I got it. I'm sorry. Yes, 20 CV at 59 to 61 HRC. Sorry, Matt. I was trying to figure out what word I said that sounded like Kal-El, and I couldn't figure that part out. So that's my bad. The D stands for door. Oh, got him. Got him. Jeez. You gonna take that? Gonna take that, the mat? Yeah, 20 CV. People were, not people, but some, like, very few people were snarking at the HRC that I announced. They're like, oh, it should be higher. If you Rockwell, and this is not a custom knife, by the way, so you have to think about it on a production standpoint as well. If you Rockwell this higher, you're gonna have chipping. 100%. People forget that for whatever reason. A lot of people go for optimal heat treat, not even optimal. Optimal for 20 CV is 59 to 61. They want to go for the high hardness. If you go for 64, you're gonna chip this blade, and it is what it is, right? but people are, oh, but it's people are chasing this high HRC thing nowadays. It's kind of ridiculous. Which I get it for super steels or whatever. Sure, if you think that's best, um, why not? But for a production knife and for a production, heat treated blade that's not controlled singular, you know what I mean, like a custom is, then you're not going to have the same results, you know what I mean? So high hardness doesn't that sacrifice toughness. Never hung up on high HRC. I think high hardness does sacrifice toughness. I think I don't know, I'm not like a metal snob, right? I don't really know. I just know any metal higher heat treat, it results in more chipping. That's just, I mean, it's common sense. So when MagnaCut first came out, like the first run of MagnaCut, they were running into almost cut my thumb. Y'all see that? It ran into a ton of delaminations. It wasn't even chipping. It was cracking, breaking. I won't name the company, but the company that I talked to, they produce a lot of fixed blades. They said they couldn't make. I think they said like around maybe 40%, 30% of their fixed blades were cracking because of all the delaminations. And I don't know if that was from the heat treating. I didn't ask them what the process was on it. Now they seem to be doing fine. They're not having issues with the MagnaCut they have now. And I have like a handful of knives in MagnaCut, but I don't use them, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, like if you're a custom maker doing one or maybe even two at a time, that's fine. But you have to think these are going in a batch. So I think higher heat treat does lessen toughness, probably strengthens wear resistant, but everything like edge retention, it's going to be chippier. You hit a piece of metal, it's going to chip. There's not going to be any rolling because there's no softness there to roll. I don't know. I don't really know that much about steels, but I just know that's kind of common sense. I still love me some 154 CM. Yeah, see, I mean, if you're somebody who actually like, you're like blue collar or like you work in a field or, a trade of some sort where you're using your knives, I could see why you would be picky about, oh, I like my stuff to be, because I work with this material, I like my blades to be tougher. Or if I work with a lot of metal or sheet metal or what have you, I don't want to chip my edge, so I prefer this, things like that, actual testing. But the only time I have to hard use my stuff is if it's something around the house that needs to be fixed, like just normal handyman type stuff. Other than that, I have like appropriate tools for things like that. I have large thumbs and the buttons are too small. Yeah, Malcolm, see, you would know what I'm talking about. See, I would be more over geometry versus any kind of, I mean, obviously you want a good steel, but like There are some, like, I have this fixie, right? This is in W2. This is a hard working steel. This thing is not good with boxes. It's not good with tape. Like, it's good at first, but if it gets a little hot, from the cardboard or tape or what have you, it gets caught up. It starts the friction, it builds so much and it starts dragging. This is a thick, tiny knife and it's full flat. It's basically just a little wedge. So, like, this will be good for hard use, but cut cardboard is not. It is not cardboard's best friend. I'm more of a blue. No blue. What? I'm more of a no collar than blue collar. Long bone is no sleeves. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, see, this is like, and 20 CV is comparable to M390 204P. But you know, that's the easiest way to put it, is it's comparable to 204P and M390. But it's, 20 CV. Kal-El. On my porch. HRC matters in the box. We're all glad Stevie is a Sasquatch. It's from the Sasquatch line and wears pants. That wears pants. My general preference is to get stupidly high hardness tool steels like Rex 45 and then make sure I keep them in a gun safe when I actually need to sharpen them. Exactly. It's Cheeto. Cheeto. Cole is a bow tie and tank top kind of guy. Nice. I don't think I've ever wore a bow tie. I wore a tie once. It's for graduation. This knife has not left my pocket since I got it. It's not tooting my own horn because obviously my knife of the year, and then I love the Spectra and I carry that knife a ton. And even my own Forest model, this thing ended up back in my pocket, for a few weeks before I got these prototypes. And like, I even had these at, when I was carrying the Forest, but as much as I like this knife, I just didn't, it was already released. So I don't really carry the knives after they release, just because I'm trying to do, like, do they carry well, testing, blah, blah, blah. But this knife ended up back in my pocket, and it's just hard to beat the Forest. So thin and slicey and, nice. I wear ties like 5-6 times a year and I hate it every time. And wears a tactical sleeveless purse. It's a European carry, but this knife, honestly, and I'm pretty sure it's not just a honeymoon phase, because I know that when I get the DLC, that's the one that's gonna be in my pocket. So Super flouse leather vest. Yeah, last time I wore a tie was 2012. I think. No, I take that back because I had jury duty. I wore a tie for jury duty. I'm pretty sure. Not that I needed to, I don't think, but I don't remember. I think I did though. The ladies at the car. Jeez. That's a bit rough. Another reason why I don't like bead blasts, I just noticed something. Do y'all see that? I'm sure y'all won't see it, but I see it. I'm going to point it out. Look at the flat. See it? It goes past the hole on this side. This side, it does not. Another thing to hate about two-tone stuff. Jury duty here requires a certain color. I don't know. I think I just wore it to wear it. And I didn't. I ended up knowing the defendant. So I got let out. Like on day 2, I told them, I'm like, hey, I know the defendant. So they're like, all right, you can go. I wore my wagon to jury duty. The judge wasn't happy about it. Dismissed me immediately. Mission accomplished. That's actually a smart idea. My my twin had jury duty like 2 weeks ago, and he told them he was a government employee, and they took him off immediately. Like as soon as he walked in, he's like, "Yeah, I work here," and they're like, "Okay, you can leave." So he had to just go right back out. Judge Sweetums. It's actually a smart idea, Stevie. Last time I got dismissed is because I flirted with the defense attorney. Oh, you met the DA? Went on a couple dates with her. Oh, dang. Nice, dude. No, the DA where I used to live, he was some, you know, some dude. That's just not my thing. The trick is to say that you're. Oh no. Yeah, it was weird because of because of who the defendant was. I had a thing with the person. Uh, Majesty. Excuse me, Majesty. Did you just say Utes? The Utes. What? The youths. Are you mocking me in my own court? No, Yana. I'll flirt with a dude. I'll flirt with a dude if it gets me out of dirty daddy. Hey, it was alright. You know, I made my like $50, got out of there. Then I was like, I told the DA, I'm like, yeah, I know the defendant. They're like, okay, you can leave. Because there was 2 cases going on. There was a major case and there was this case. And I wish not. I'm not saying but you know that case was like crazy, and that would have been a wild one to be a part of. This one was like, you know, just a civil matter that I just happened to be part of. I ended up befriending one of the dudes that was on the other case. Like a couple months later, I ran into him at work, and I'm like, at his work, and I'm like, dude, do you remember me? And he's like, not really. And I'm like, oh, because he had this crazy mustache. That's the only reason I remembered him. He had a crazy mustache. I'm like, dude, we had court together like a few months ago, and he was like, oh yeah. Then he told me about the case, and I was like, oh my gosh, insane. So that one was a state trial. So Maddie was tongue kissing the bailiffs. Jeez. You guys are crazy. You're crazy, Jar Jar. I'm getting sleepy, y'all. Maddie is a habitual handcuff thief. Wait, I don't want to open this on here. Oh, sorry. Somebody messaged me on Kickstarter, and I just figured out who it was. I think. No, never mind. It's not. It's not who I thought it was. Liars. Flame anodized handcuffs for Maddie. Dude, you think they make titanium handcuffs? You know what? Okay, being in the knife industry, right? And us being knife people, right? We know the cost of like the materials. Obviously, there's time, machines, milling, so on and so on, yada yada. Isn't it crazy when you see something that's like It's steel, but they don't tell you either. It's stainless steel, and it's like whatever for whatever, right? $150, let's say, and you're like, I know for a fact you can make that out of titanium for the same price. They're just selling it because it's a niche market, like the handcuffs, for example. I'm pretty sure they don't make titanium handcuffs. Okay, they might, but they probably don't. And then if you did, you get where I'm going? And that market would be insane, bro. Like Nux, for example. The paperweights, right? People sell paperweights, aluminum paperweights for like $150, $200. Microtechs were like, what were their paperweights? I think like 200 plus for aluminum. I'm just saying. I'm gonna respond to this message real quick. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. I don't understand why he's asking. This person's asking me when the official launch is. It's like, dude, you're on Kickstarter. You can see the official launch date. Date is. People bug me, man. Appreciate you. You know what's crazy is I've been getting not a backer. Okay, nice, thanks. Uh, I've been getting the emails, right? Because the Kickstarter thing, and they're like, "Oh, do you need help doing this?" Blah 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 blah. And I've got maybe like 2 or 3 messages like that, right? And then um Kickstarter Kickstarter emailed me and they're like, "Hey, if you're getting emails from people who are whatever, they claim that they're Kickstarter, don't." And it's like, "Oh, thanks." Nucks are insane. That community blows my mind. Yeah, dude. I could see like there's this dude who makes insane hand carved, engraved Nucks, right? Like brass. He hand carves them. I can see that. That's his whole it's like that's more of a jeweler type thing. Um I get it. But you're milling aluminum? It'd be I think titanium, they have similar properties. They're both very soft, right? They're both very gunky like materials, I think. But dude, titanium? Come on now. Watching Timascus and Mokume Nux sell for 2 to 9K. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's insane. And that's because of that market. There's nobody doing it. Like you have maybe okay, there was probably maybe a handful of people doing that. And most people are probably doing like single paperweight Nux or, they're not maybe 1 or 2 of those guys are doing full on Nux. But I'm just saying, like, you can do that because of the market. Come on. That's what I mean. Like, but it's not worth it. Same thing when you see like, I'm gonna keep using this example. Like, right, if you see like a pan, and they're like, oh, it's ceramic coated, and it's 4 easy payments of $40. You're like, bro, what? It's coated. It's not even a good material. Like the ceramic is fine, right? But the underneath material, a bit copper ceramic coated. Okay. What do you mean? What are you doing? Unless they're custom made for you. But yeah, see exactly. It's kind of like the BMX and bike parts. Yeah, like I mean, if it's such a small like okay, yeah, you do carbon fiber parts for cars and BMX. It's like they're gonna mark it up so much. The problem is the titanium sparks kind of catch fire and regular dudes go right at it. Well, yeah, but Mokume, zirconium, that stuff is way worse. Like, Especially Zerk. Zerk is just so much trouble. But you know, I bought a fire extinguisher. You know what I mean? Be prepared. Are you saying Pam or Pan? I think I can help you out with the whole Pan situation. It's like comb. The B silent. Oh. No, there's no B. There's two M's. Starco and PMW have made crazy brand for themselves. Yeah, I mean, you know, good for them, and that's great, but people start doing it. All it takes is one dude to shift the market. And you know, and you'll be like, oh wow, that's crazy. Tig. Yeah, that's why, you know. It's a wild thing, man. Like I don't know if I got myself yet. Okay, I'm good. Uh like I know we're supposed to be like a competitive market, but it's not competitive when you're going 9K on something and it's like, okay, I can do the same thing for way less. But then that guy, it just goes and ruins it for everybody else. Like I can see if it's a majority thing, right? Okay, you have like 50 people doing the same materials, different things, same materials, like knives, for example. Everybody's in an agreed range. Okay, if you're in a 250 to 300 range, right? Fine. But then you go, okay, this bozo comes out with the same materials and goes, I'm gonna compete. I'm gonna compete with everybody else at one. I'm gonna use myself for example for 175. This guy's gonna throw off the market now because they're still 275, 250, 300, whatever. You're almost half the price, bro. And it's like, yeah, I know. But it's like I gotta for the Kickstarter. It's what I gotta do. After the fact, you know, it's fair game. I really thought I cut myself, but I'm good. And it's crazy. I just sharpened this knife yesterday. Anyways, Gareth, howdy. Pam situation. Punch me in the face. Go ahead. Punch me in the face. Yeah, you know, it was a tough call, you know. 175 I think on Kickstarter is fine, but once it's over, the price is going up. So because I want people who are on the Kickstarter to feel like, you know, since they're backing this project, they have the faith in the project. They should get the, you know, price I feel that they deserve for taking a chance on something like this. And then once if all goes well, everything is reached, the goal, then I can go ahead and mark it up for MSRP price to 250. That way there's room for me and for if I wanted to have dealers for this model, which I don't really want to bother myself with having dealers anymore. But it gives me that room to have wholesale pricing, just in case I want to reach out and have somebody pick it up. So, like at first, I was doing the forest on my website with no dealers, so I had this thing basically at market retail price, right? And then once I had dealers, I'm basically competing with them because I have retail pricing. They have retail pricing. Some of them have discount codes, some of them don't. I can't compete with my retailers. That's a bad thing, right? So I had to mark these up. And then people are like, hey, what happened to the price? Blah, blah, blah. Then it's like, it's a whole thing. Hey, go check out the dealers. So that's why I have dealers listed on my website. Um, so it was a whole thing, but it's like if I have to have dealers, then I can at least have them have room and I can have room. But the plan is not to have dealers. I don't want, you know what I mean? But it's just a big if. Just dropping in to say hi, hit the thumbs up. Need to pack for our trip to the bush. Cool, dude. Have a fun trip and stay safe. Even at 6'7", Arizonian giant could afford to get in on it. Maddie, are you really 6'7"? You don't have to answer that, Maddie. I know a lot of. I don't like to tell people how tall I am, so, you know. Are we still good on the 4th? Donald, yes, sir. We are still good for the 4th. And there's an early bird special. I am as tall as I am, give or take. Yeah, that's fair. See, I am as I was back then, as I am now. I am now as I once was, right? As I once was. People are lucky I'm not taller. I'd be a problem. I would have had a different career path. Let's just say that. Expand, please. Expand what? Just to clarify, my career path, I would have been a robber. You know what I mean? Just kidding. I would have played hockey or something. Maddie is 6'9" is how you'll flirt with the district attorney. Sheesh. Donald, what do you mean by expand? The early bird special. Oh. You want me to make it not one day? Or do you want me to explain it more? Gareth. I will try to do a live from there. Oh, nice, Gareth. I'm one Stevie tall. Stevie's tall. I mean, honest, let's be honest, everybody's tall to me. Just saying. Yeah, the early bird will be the standard price, which is this one with the Stonewatch blade, will be 150, and it's only running on Sunday. The DLC version, which I'm calling the Noir, will be 160 early bird special. Later, Gareth. Be safe. Popping back and forth from Kickstart to the stream. Explain the thing. Explain the thing. All right, I'll start from the beginning, Donald. So, the launch is on January 4th. On January 4th, there will be an early bird special for this model. And is it cap? No, there's no cap. It'll just run, the early bird will just run on one day, one full day, which will be the Sunday. After Sunday, it'll go up to the standard pricing. So there's no cap, but there is a time limit. Qubits. You just did. I'm behind on my stream. I'm sorry. Like my camera is 30 seconds behind the chat. So sorry about that. Qubits. I forgot about qubits, mate. But now I'm an adult. I don't care what it says. It's 5'9". Okay, I'm 5'9", but I wear boots on my official height measurement. So yes. When I wear boots, I'm about 5'6", man. I feel so tough. Dude, okay. So some days, I wake up and I'm like, ooh, I feel taller today. And then I realized it's just because in the shower, it's slanted, right? Because of the water. I've realized I feel taller because I'm standing farther back from my usual spot. And I only realized that recently, so it made me feel sad. Because I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not just taller, I'm just standing in the wrong spot. Sad. Well, Donald, you're good, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer questions. Clear up anything that, people might not understand. It's fine, That's what I'm here for. I love this knife, dude. I'm not even kidding. I think for my last hurrah, this is it. This is like, I think it really is everything I've learned internally, all of my skills into one bundle. One thing I know is figure out straight shower controls. I'll let you stand in a tall space. Yeah, man. I like, it's weird when I hang out with y'all because obviously y'all are taller than I am, but I truly feel like I'm just people probably think I'm just one of y'all's kids. Who's this little guy? He's a grown man. Oh, okay, sorry. All right, so things I need to ask the factory. Can I change the clip? Like, is there another standard clip I can use? And can I change this to all T8 hardware? Bro. So speaking of the whole short thing, right? I don't know why I put that in quotes. I'm short. Oh, so one time I was hanging out with I wasn't hanging out. I was at the army recruiting station and I was hanging out with the army dude. The recruiter was like, all right, let's mind you, I'm taller than this man, okay? He's in boots. I'm taller than this dude in Vans, right? Which have like no sole. He's like, all right, we have to take your shoe, we have to measure you, take your shoes off. I took my shoes off. He measured me at 5'3". I'm like, how tall are you? He's like, I'm 5'6", whatever. I'm like, bro, I'm taller than you with your boots on. There's no way I'm 5'3" if you're 5'6". Bro tried to argue with me because I was taller than him with no shoes on. I'm like, no, you're lying. What a joke. That guy was a joke. Half it. The water's just needs a little bit. Yeah, see, that's wild to me. I met the Ferrum Forge brothers, and they were like, "I will not make any short jokes. Hey, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Being short has its benefits, like working for Santa and hugging people. The best, the best reason alone, right there. I don't think I have to explain that to y'all, but I'm just saying. In Phoenix, it's all steam baths. Dude, I hope all these knives are this smooth. Like, I'm gonna QC them all, obviously, but like, if they're not how I'm showing them to be, then I will be kind of disappointed. You know what I mean? Being short. Okay. I'm glad I stopped myself from reading all of that. Dylan's. Dude, so I'm doing the whole, like, I'm posting shorts on YouTube, okay? We're gonna go back to this whole thing. Dylan, hold it. Yeah. That's exactly what it is, Stevie. I don't know about the holding parts, but so on YouTube Studio, right? I just hit 1,000 hours of watch time on here. But look at that. So I've just been doing a lot of reels or shorts this week, right? And look at that. 8,000 views. 8,000 views in the last 28 days, okay? And this is the last month or so, right? Last 7 days. Look at all this. 1.6, 1.61, right? This is really good stuff. Like, I really do appreciate everybody watching everything. And you know, even the engagement, I can see the likes and whatnot. Likes versus dislikes. Look at that. So people are disliking my videos, which I don't care. It's still engagement, right? But this is really good. Look, 23 subscribers. I really doubt that. And in 30 days, which on here I can see, I'm sure everybody can, but where you can see how many people subbed and then unsubbed, it's like the same amount. He's definitely not posting tall now, is he, folks? Where's Dylan? I don't know. Last time I saw him, he was headed for the hugging booth at the bikini bottoms. Dude, exactly. That's exactly why being short is so fun. Dude, like, come on. Even in high school, I didn't even care. I mean, you know, all the people in my high school, we all grew up together. So you know, we didn't really have, like, we would make fun of each other, right? But there was no like hostility. Do you know what I mean? Um, so you getting picked on, but I was like, dude, I don't care. I like being this height because like the hugs, man, it's good stuff. Same thing for my Instagram. I started doing, you know, reels and way more posting. I'm posting way more than I usually would, but views are up 41,000 views. Yeah, jokes do go over my head quite easily. Look at that. We're almost at 42,000 views. Most of them followers, okay? Which, that's another thing that kind of upsets me is you can see how many people look at your. I don't know why I'm explaining this to you guys. Y'all know you can see how many people look at your stuff, right? That's not what I was looking at. So we're at 700 views here, but only 70 likes. See, that's what upsets me. It's because like I know it's viewers or followers, and then people just don't like it. Like, look at this insight. Over 1,000 views, but 120 likes. 10%. 10%. And 77 are followers. So it's like, okay. Like, that's why that's why I post on my stories. I'm like, look, you guys got to do better, bro. Like, if we're doing 1,000 views and 50 likes or 100 likes, like, letting me down. He's definitely not posting. Oh. All jokes aside, yeah, right at boo, yeah. Push my helmet. Okay, that's wild. Take a bow. Take a bow. But you know, the numbers don't lie. But yeah, you know, and the people that do like it, I know y'all are there, you know, commenting, sharing. I really do appreciate that. I don't take anybody for granted. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you share, whether you just like it, comment, it doesn't matter. It all adds up. No, I try not to, Maddie, you know. Stupid thing. I smashed my finger on a sledgehammer like 3 weeks ago and it's still there. I take go for granted. All right, I'm probably gonna wind this down soon. Any final questions or any you know, last remarks? This looks fake at this angle. Look at that. That right there. This is real carbon fiber, by the way. It's not laminate. What are the naughty words? Cat scratch. What's up? You wish the handle was full tie? Well, you're in luck, my friend. On Kickstarter, there will be titanium scale add-ons. So you can choose to have plain tie or DLC titanium scales. Can you fit Cheez-Its through the hole? You probably could, like a normal one. On the edge, howdy. Yeah, Cat Scratch. I got all the scales covered. G10, titanium, Damascus, carbon fiber. Got it. Oot. Oh, you're on the edge. Sorry. Yes, sir. Cat Scratch. I have a video on YouTube going over all the materials and things like that, and on Instagram, but it's like I think it's my first video, like normal video on YouTube, talking about the H2O variants, if you're interested. If not, the quick of it, this is the standard with the carbon fiber. Add-ons are going to be G10, titanium, plain or DLC, full Damascus, kit with the backspacer clip and the scales, and then just Damascus scales, and then or clip and backspacer only. So it would look sick with the tie add-on anode. So let me look for it. Oh, Stevie just linked it. So that's the YouTube video. Thank you, Stevie, for that. And that should go over all the variants. Which there's only 2 variants, so I'm only having DLC and standard, but then the add-ons are what's going to make it however you would like it to be. A few of us will be rolling in the DLC Damascus. Why can't I get that knife yet? I want it now. I'm so scared I'm going to hit that launch now button on accident. So like I'm only going on Kickstarter to edit like the pricing of certain things or to add words or whatever. Like when I figured out I wanted to call the DLC one the Noir, I went in the Kickstarter and changed all the from DLC to Noir. So it's all H2O Noir, which I'm super excited about. That's such a cool name too, like Noir. I wanted to call it the H2O Abyss because it's water, it's deep, the depths of the abyss. But I know Israel Arcane Design, he has a knife called the Abyss. Different thing, but I don't want names overlapping, if that makes any sense. So I went with Noir. Even though Noir is still monochromed. That was the whole thing, but why use a lot of word when few word do trick? Kevin, do you live alone? Yeah, I live alone. Kevin, you drive? Yeah, I drive. Noir is French. Oh, oui, oui. Yeah, I know. Dracar Noir. Dracar Noir. Abyssal Tapes. But, yeah, so I figured Noir, it just sounds classy. The Noir. You call that DLC H2? Oh no, I can't see. It's so dark in here. There were a lot of good names that you could call the H2O. I wanted to do like a play on oil spill, like oil and water, you know? But then I'm thinking, what? But then I'm thinking, um, well, maybe I can do a play on, um, H2O and like the depths of the ocean. I don't know. But I settled on the noir. I think mostly because I'm into the film stuff now, or like monochrome. I like the black and white stuff. I'm a very monochrome person, generally speaking. The Valdez. The Deep Horizon would be way too much like to type out. I'm very lazy. And noir is 4 letters, so does that mean the noir pivot will be dark and gritty? No, there should be no grit. Now my finger's gonna bother me. There's gonna be no grit. Golly. I'll have to dig that out. No. No gritty. Excuse me. All right. Any last questions? Behind. I'm almost at 650 subscribers on YouTube, which is fun. Does that mean... Oh, I already read that. Oh, I'm only one away. What do you know? One away from 650 subscribers. Favorite soda? I don't drink soda anymore. I haven't had a soda in probably 11 years. But when I did, well, I don't know. I drink Sprite. Every now and then, very rarely, I drink Sprite. Unsolved. I don't like it. Well, I stopped drinking sodas for health reasons, and same thing with Monster. And I just was drinking tea and coffee and water. And then now I stopped drinking coffee, so now I'm on water and tea. So, but I guess Sprite. I drink Shirley Temples, so I guess Sprite. Sprite would be my favorite soda. But let's say hypothetically speaking, I still drink soda. It'd be Baja or like Mountain Dew Pitch Black or just Mountain Dew in general. I was one of those guys, the Mountain Dew guy. But Sprite. I'll go with Sprite. I like Sprite. Or I have like orange soda. Like once in a blue moon. Like Orange Crush or something. Funny guy. Yeah, you see my mom. She's like 4'9". Oolong or rooibos? Oolong? Oh no, just regular, like southern tea, iced tea. I will say, okay, maybe I lied. I drink more soda than I thought. I really don't drink sodas. I have like a Shirley Temple every now and then, not like every weekend or like maybe once every couple months. Like Doritos, drink those sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes. Doritos. My sister's 5'1". That is my least favorite kind of tea. It's iced tea, southern tea. That's pretty insulting, but that's fine. You can be wrong. That's fine. With the exception of this extensive list, Dylan doesn't drink soda. I really don't. Like, the last time I had an Orange Crush was probably in the summertime. And the only time I drink, like, I only go out, like, I have home cooked meals. The only time I go out is on the weekends. And then I think the last time I had a Shirley Temple was also probably the summertime. And then I probably haven't had a Jarritos in, I don't even remember the last time I had one of those. But I only drink Sprite if I go out on the weekend and their tea is terrible. That's it. The only time I'll drink Sprite is if their tea is bad. Earl Grey every day. Well, you can drink mine because I won't drink that. If it's not sweet tea, I don't want it. I don't want it. I almost fought my waitress because she gave me unsweet tea. She lied to me. She's like, "Taste this. Is this sweet?" And as soon as I did, I was like, "Girl, go on, get." Trying to poison me. I don't drink soda because I won't drink coffee. And if I drink both, yeah, exactly. Like I quit drinking coffee. I won't quit coffee. I quit drinking coffee because I put way too much cream and sugar. And then with tea, I'm only going to drink sweet tea. So I'm not changing that. That doesn't matter. And then I have water. So that's it. Isn't a Roy Rogers just a Coke? Coke. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't know what a Roy Rogers is. Is it Coca-Cola? Unsweetened Arnold Palmer. No, Stevie, no. It's got to be sweet, bro. Arnie Palmers are good though, but sweet. Yeah, I think like orange soda is like and Sprites. Those are only good for summertime or sherbet. Sherbets. I've never heard it put that way. Yes. I don't think I've ever had a Roy Rogers. I'm about a pot of coffee by 2 p.m. at work. Jeez. See, I was like a pot a day, like by myself. I drink sweet hot dog. Ooh, yummy. But see, like there are like you could put honey instead of sugar, right? I never thought of that. But then it's like, okay, but then I still drink too much milk. But then you can go half and half, or you can go almond milk, or you can go whatever, right? So I don't know, man. There's so many alternatives, but I have to quit it altogether. So I just quit. Plus, I've been drinking coffee since before I could walk. And my mom worked at Dunkin' Donuts before I was born, so that tells you probably all you need to know about me, coffee, and donuts. Green tea? No, no thanks. Upstanding member of the hot dog community. You never had a sweetened hot dog? Huh? See, I can't do black coffee. My twin, he can do black coffee. I did black coffee for a while, but it was like a certain type of roast. I think I got like dark roast, but it was like I don't remember because I went to Whole Foods and just bought a bunch of different kinds of beans, and so I was just trying out different coffees. Uh, but I think like it was like a dark roast. I could do that with like a almost like the Black Rifle. I think it was cherry, Black Rifle dark roast cherry. That I could do. I could do black. That was good stuff. I think it's Black Rifle. Oh God, there's two. No, there's not two. Technically, there's not two of us. Coffee Noir. We're fraternal, so there's individual ones of us, but yes, fraternal. Don't fall into the hot dog traps. You'll see it everywhere. You see them everywhere. No, my twin is very much quite the opposite of me. He's very um smart with words, smart with writing, uh skinnier, taller. Yeah. Uh I can't do black coffee at all. If I have coffee, it has to have sweetened with it. Yeah, see on the edge, I'm with you. I could do the a flavored like I think it was Black Rifle, but I could do that black cherry. I could do that straight, no cream, no sugar. But I just love sugar and cream too much. So see, I don't get jitters with caffeine. Doesn't sound very twin-like. Well, we're opposite. I mean, we're very much quite the opposite of each other. I think the last time I got caffeine jitters was I had like 4 shots of espresso in this. It was probably a 12-ounce coffee. So it was already coffee with 4 shots, 4 shots of espresso. But that was like 2 years ago because that thing was bitter AF and it was disgusting. So I drank it, but I didn't like it. I don't like bitter coffee. I like my coffee like horchata cannons. Yeah, Stevie, you and my twin would probably like the same kind of coffees. Oh, that cortados. I do pour over Phil's filtered soul. Yeah, I drink caffeinated water to replace my caffeinated coffee. Bro, I felt kind of wrong sending you that thing, but I was like, why not? That's funny. It's funny. I think they're full. I also take espresso concentrate and make coffee flavored sparkling water. It's diluted enough. Tea levels of caffeine. I don't know how much caffeine is in tea. I know coffee is like 90 milligrams, or maybe in a normal cup, 45. That's another thing too, though. I have a coffee cup. It's like, it's like, well, it in ounces, it's probably 14-ounce coffee cup. That's what I would drink out of. Um, Maybe even 16, but I think it was 14-ounce coffee cup. So I would drink that. With nos, man. You did that exactly. Good. Good deal, good deal. Neb, what's up, man? Howdy, looking forward to the upcoming H2O. Thank you, man. I'm excited. I need that knife. I had to go back to the had to back out of the Feldspar Kickstarter. I wanted the tier 4, but Christmas. Yeah. I don't know what they did the inlays on the Feldspar, right? The button lock Feldspar. Um See, keep bringing up this whole tea thing, Lungbone, and I've never had any other kind of tea besides Southern sweet tea. I've had some hanging out with Artisan, they have hot tea, but had a flower, chrysanthemum, something like that. That's it. Disgusting. I will never try another tea. In Vegas, it's hard to get sweet tea, right? Unless you go to like a store. At a restaurant, at one of the hotels I was staying at, the my waitress at the time, she said, "What do you want to drink?" I'm like, "Sweet tea." She's like, "We don't have sweet tea. I can make you some though." I'm like, "No, I'm good. Good night on the edge." Um, I'm like, "No, I'm good because y'all just, they just put sugar in the tea and mix it up, and then it's not the same." And she goes, "No, I'll make you hot, like fresh tea. I'll make it sweet." And I'm like, "Okay." And she did. She made me my own little like batch of hot tea, or well, sweet tea, but she had just brewed it just for me, fresh brewed sweet tea, and she chilled it. She even gave me a lot of ice. Brought me my own pitcher of sweet tea, so I had my own pitcher. It was so cool. I felt like I was right at home. Sweet tea is just uncarbonated. That is not true at all. It's no different than your Earl Grey. It's still tea leaves. You just boil it and put sugar in it. Then you put it in the refrigerator. See, y'all drink tea the wrong way. You know what I mean? It's got to be cold. Mallory, been wondering, what's the H2O like look like? Oh, okay. What's the H2O look like next to a Force V2? Well, let me show you. Um, of course, I got the one with all my fingerprints on it. That's fine. Force is sharp. So 4 1/4 handle. This one's about 4.3. Um, so it's a little smaller handle, but 3.5 inch blade, 3.5 inch blade. So yeah, man. Yeah, I should compare it with other things, but I don't have a lot of knives that other people have. Unsweetened Earl Grey or English breakfast. I don't. I don't. You gonna make me freak out. English breakfast? What is that? First off, I am from the South, so anything English can freak off. Freak off, Randy. Wait. Yeah. No, you like whatever you like, and that's your choice. Bro, I'm sweating over here about this tea. This is the same thing with Maddie and those biscuits. Had me freaking out. I'm just kidding. You and my twin would get along. He likes tea. He likes different tea. So he likes hot tea. He's very he's very unique that way. I love that guy. Funny. But yeah, I'm just a plain old sweet tea guy. But my twin does love his teas, so he's silly that way. Oh, you know what? I do like I knew those. You know what I love in Throw Mama from the Train is when he's like, "Oh, can you get the tea out of the cupboard or wherever closet, pantry?" Um and he's like, "Oh, hi. Hi tea." The sweet tea vibe, it's not a vibe, it's a way of life. It's life, bro. It's the bloodline. Iced tea is the way. Sweet tea. No, not for me. What? Iced tea is sweet tea in the South. Just saying. Well, it depends. If you order iced tea, typically it means sweet. But you want sweet or unsweet? Then people go, have a have. Or unsweet. No. Sweet tea. Sweet tea. Biscuits. Biscuits. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a real aneurysm. What kind of biscuits we talking? I had biscuits on. Oh, there we go. But sleepy after. That's right. What kind of biscuit? What kind of gravy? Sausage gravy? Milk gravy? I ordered a tea in Tennessee and got a glass full of sugar with brown liquid poured. Yeah, sounds about right. It's like a good cinch too. Microwave biscuits. Maddie, you're on my channel now. If you disrespect biscuits, bro, I have the hammer over here. You know what I mean? I can do that. Best biscuit recipe. All right. Give me this. Give me this. I'm thirsty. Can I get an H2O like now? What's up, EDC? See, I could do that. I'm the master moderator here. Got him. Got him. Got him, boys. It was sausage gravy with bacon chunks. Oh, interesting. EDC. 5 more days, right? Got him. I feel more at home in Compton at 1 a.m. as a white guy than when I order a non-sweet. Yeah, you catch looks. Dude, I order sweet tea everywhere. Vegas, Orange County, California, Oregon, don't matter. Salt Lake, Texas. Even Texas. What the I've been to Texas at like maybe 3 or 4 times, right? They don't serve sweet tea in a lot of the places in Texas, and it blows my mind because oh, we're a southern state. Liars. You're liars. Texas is only southern because it's south. It is not technically a southern state. I don't have diabetes yet, but just saying. Texas makes me so mad, bro. They really do. I went to a barbecue place in Texas and I'm like, can I get sweet tea? We don't have sweet tea. What do you mean? So you're liars. All right. Got it. Texas does suck. Texas sucks. God, dog. Yeah, I about left when they were like, we don't have sweet tea. What? Well, let's go somewhere else. Only places you can guarantee to have sweet tea, okay? McDonald's, which I've ordered sweet tea at McDonald's in Vegas a few times, but there's any convenience store, you have Arizona's. You can buy huge Arizona sweet teas for 99 cents. So I stockpile on those things when I'm traveling. Disagree with you on T. Harsey, but Texas is pretty garbage. Thank you. You go to Blade, Texas? I've been to Blade, Texas a few times. I didn't go last year, and I'm probably not going this coming year. Unless I'm invited, but I haven't been personally myself or by myself. But yeah, I've been out to Dallas Fort Worth a handful of times. I have a buddy that lives out in Austin. He'll come down and visit and hang out when I'm there for the shows. So that's pretty cool. We get to chill sometimes. When you make it to Sacramento, I'll barbecue with fresh tortillas. And Steve will make you some Jamaican. Oh, and make you some Jamaican, Steve. Yeah, I don't know. Nos. Yeah, the map. My twin lives out in San Ramon. And I want to go visit him. Which I don't know how far San Ramon is from Sacramento, but I would like to go out there. and at least see his part of the city. Because I know Weeby Knives is out there near San Ramon and, of course, Monterey Bay. So I'd like to go out there. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. There's no real questions going on, and ugh. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, he lives in San Ramon. I don't know like anything other than that. If you're going by Monterey Bay, hit me up. It's like an hour. Bro, see, California people act like that's not far. Y'all are different. Yeah, Neb. Thanks for dropping by, man. Hopefully the you know, that does well. Or that's good for you to look at, I guess. I will say, I mean, it is a relatively thick knife. I think it's thicker than the Forest, but yeah, a little bit. I need to visit Sanford. Ooh, river otter. That is well, okay. In California terms, that's not far, but in Georgia terms, that's very far. All right, everybody. I'm gonna wrap this up. It is 2:30 a.m. for me. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Happy New Year's. And January 4th, y'all. January 4th. I can't wait. And you know what? If, January 4th is on Sunday, I'll be streaming Monday. So we'll know how it's going on Monday, right? All right. Thank you guys. Good night. January 4th, H2O Kickstarter. Happy New Year. Take care. Be safe. Good night. Oh, Todd. Hi, Todd. Just lurking. Okay. Take care, Todd.